What's good, YouTube? Sandman here. Just having a little fun this morning. Thought I'd bring you guys a little bit, something a little bit different. I hadn't used this guy in a while, and I don't think I've ever done a video on like how to do the actual like alpha post build. And I keep seeing all these people running around with, 7'3", 260 pound or 290 pound post scores. I don't think they actually. I think they're watching too many YouTube videos. They didn't, even though this is one, and they didn't look at like what the actual stats are, how the actual game works. So I'm gonna play the second half of a game that I've already started. I'm actually in the middle of, and then I'll show you guys the actual build. It's not hard to do. I mean, you can see the numbers: 6'11", 265. And this may sound like why would you make such a short center, right? Because he is a center. He's at the 5. There's if you're gonna make a power forward post build, then you want a shot creator. You want a shot creating post scorer or post scoring shot creator. I'm not sure which should go first. I don't remember. But if you're making a center and you want a pure post, you got to think about what a post scorer is. Like if you build the 7'3" big giant post scorer, you're gonna be incredibly slow. You're gonna have no vertical. Here's the most important tip, and this is where people are going to be like, yeah, but defense, man, you gotta have defense. You're not going to be able to contest any shots or anything. Apparently, you don't understand how this game works. So in this game, your shot contest and your block, they don't go. How do I put this? Your height does matter. If I made them 7'3", those would go up to about 70 to 75 max. I had a pure post at 90 overall. I think his were like 68 block and like 72 shot contest or something. The numbers are like damn near identical. They really are. So I'm about like 50 games or so into this guy's first year career. I'm leading the league in blocks. Because shot contest, actually contesting the shots in this game, at least against the CPU, I don't play Park and all that, is like 100% timing. It has nothing to do with your actual stats and numbers. And I say that not meaning that like it has nothing to do with it, but the actual action itself has nothing to do with it. It's about your timing. And then the game decides based on your averages whether or not you get the block or they just shoot right through your hand. People don't realize that making that 7'3" pure post, it gives you like 5 extra points maybe. There's no real difference. There's really not. I mean, I have lockdown defenders who don't get any more blocks than this guy does. The defense in this game is very like, I don't even know how to explain it. If you're not a pure lock, I mean, defense in this game, it revolves around lateral. So your ability to move side to side and stay in front of your opponent. That's the only thing that matters, really. And so you make this smaller post score. Now, like I said before, let's talk about what a post score is. So a post score is not supposed to be this giant muscle-bound, crazy Shaq type fool just banging heads in the paint and dunking on everybody. That's not what a post score is. A pure post score, there's a reason that you get post spin technician, drop stepper, your post fade stuff and all this. None of that is power moves. A post scorer is somebody who has finesse inside. That's the reason that like shot creators get post scorer, even though they're like point guards and shit. They get post scorer even if they just get it on bronze. I think small forward or shooting guard might even get it on silver or something like that for shot creators. Because that's part of what a post scorer does is he creates his own shot, but he does it in the post. It's a finesse build. So this is why I made it 6'11", 265. Now, I wish I could hold these side by side to show you guys the actual stat differences between a 6'11", 265 pure post and a 7'3", 290 pure post. It's insane. It's insane what the actual stats are. So, as you can see, I'm only a 90 overall, so this isn't maxed out. My strength is the same as the bigger guys. It's actually higher because my arm span doesn't go as far. So like I'm just as strong as the big guys are. Their vertical is going to be between a 30 and a 45. There's actually don't look at that position average crap. None of that's correct. I mean, it's correct because 2K's broken and the NPCs for some reason have higher stats than all of us. But, anyways, the actual a 60 overall vertical on a center is insane. Your point guards and shit like that get like 70 to 80. So for a big man, 265 pounds, you could fucking fly. You really can. Um, Acceleration. Now I know these numbers look low, but you got to keep in mind we're comparing these with a 7'3", 290-pound, the pure post that everybody's creating, or that everybody created. Now I will say in the park it's a whole different situation. I've never used this guy in the park. Somebody who's skilled would probably tear it up. I couldn't, so I'm not even going to go there. Um, Acceleration being above a 55 on a big man is insane. Like, I'm so fast. If you've played as a big man and you play my career, then you know a lot of the times you'll get scored on because the NPCs will realize that you're not already running back after a score, and they'll send one of the NPCs to the hoop real fast where you can't catch up. I never have that problem with this guy. Because he's so fast, I just run up and get in front of him. Not to mention, mixed with that vertical, my height, my ability to close out, and my ability to get up in the air, I have both. So I didn't lose anything by making him 6'11". I just gained so much more. I've got almost a 70 speed. Go look at the speed on any build that's 7'3". I have a 70 speed, or I will. That's insane. That's insane. This guy's huge. Lateral, a 60. I mean, you could look, you saw the position averages are all overscaled. I'm fucking higher than the position average on one of the biggest centers, a big body. Hustle, I don't even know what that is. Like I said, block and shot contests, they really don't matter. If you're not really going into those, like if you don't have like an 80 or above, it really doesn't matter. Steal and pass percent. I mean, this is all, like, you can see they just put these numbers on there. It's just defense bullshit. So my box out and all that, I've realized something because I've done a lot of center builds. Once your box out hits 80, you're golden. If you're not a pure rebounder, because pure rebounders will get 90 to 99. If you're not a pure rebounder, 80 is as good as you're going to get. And then it really does, a lot of it becomes about position. Now, every now and then somebody like Embiid or somebody like that will pull the chair out from underneath you or whatever. But it doesn't happen that often. It's really, really rare. So, and then of course, 99 in the posts. This is another part of why making the smaller build is even better. Look at the hands. I don't give up the ball. A lot of times, especially when you're doing, I mean, you can see the position average compared to me. I've got almost a 60 ball control. That's like a pure sharp's ball control. I think a pure sharp starts out like at 85. I think he starts out with like a 60 or a 65 ball control or something like that. So like I've got, for a center, I've got awesome ball control. The number looks low, but you got to remember you're in position. Not to mention, here's the other great thing about this. I'm a big body center playing the 5. Guess what? When I hit 91, I believe it's 91, I'll get my next driving dunk. I get pro contact dunks. On a center. On a 265, 6'11 center, I get pro contact dunks. And I am not any type of actual, like, slasher. So, like, that's huge. That's just freaking huge. Hey, man, I'm sorry. I just saw I got a comment. I didn't have my comments up, so let me go pull them up real quick. Hey, man, I'm sorry. I just saw I got a comment. My battery. Sorry, man. I don't do circle jerk for subs. So let's see, where was I? Yeah, so that driving dunk, I mean, you may think, well, all centers get that. No, go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers. They'll get standing dunk and shot close, real high. But their driving dunk will be like a 40 or a 50. It's really, really low. Just making him a couple inches shorter, boom, that driving dunk goes all the way up. And then as you level up, like I said, I'm going to hit 80, and you need 80 overall driving dunk for contact dunks, for pro contact dunks. So I get not only big man contact dunks, but I also get pro level contact dunks. So, like, this guy's going to be insane. And, like, I believe it's 91. I could be wrong about that. Driving layup. That's the other thing. Like, your driving layup on a 7'3", is only going to be like a 50 or a 60 something. because the minute you start moving, you lose all control. You see my driving layup. I got the driving layup of a goddamn point guard. Like the trying to get it where I can see all these. Okay, so I can hit threes. 60 overall with a 3. Anybody who's gotten past the, well, I got low stats so I don't even try, and actually tried it, realize, wait a minute, if you're open, you can hit with like a 50 to a 60. This guy's got a 60 already. He can hit threes. I mean, I'm not going to be a knockdown or nothing, but he can hit threes. It's actually quite nice. Mid-range, I mean, you can see I'm almost at 70 already. So if I'm open mid-range, plus I get silver difficult shots and silver mid-range Deadeye, dude, I'm going to knock that shit down. And then, of course, the amazing shot close, so I can do post fades and all that stuff all day long. So that's the reason, like, there's the actual, like, statistical facts of why I would say don't make a 7-3 post, especially if you're going to play my career. If you're only playing in the park and you're just trying to spam, hey, whatever. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, this build compared to that build, that spamming won't be better for winning overall. It probably will. But if that's not your play style, but you still want to be a pure post and you don't want to be a 4, this is how you do it. Like this build right here. So you can see the height and weight and all that good stuff. 6'11", 265. Arm span, I honestly don't remember what I made it. It's not max, but it's not minimum. I may have actually just left it in the middle. I honestly don't remember. I'm sure I evened it out to where if he hit 99, some of his stats would be very... like I'm OCD about I would rather have an 80 or an 85 than like an 82 or an 84 or something like that. Like I need multiples of 10. Like, so, but I'm sure I did that, but I don't remember what his actual arm span was. Badge wise, 90 overall. I do not do the practices. So keep that in mind. So what I'm about to show you the badges I have, and keep this in mind. This is only just playing games. I'm about 50 games into his career, and I play on 12-minute quarters. No practices, except for like if my badge only needs like 1,000 more, then I'll go cap it out. But overall, no practices. Just playing the games. I mean, you can see his offense is off the hook. Like this dude is nasty when it comes to the post, because especially if I don't have like a 90 plus overall that I'm going up against. I mean, you just destroy anybody that gets near you. He'll spin on guys and slap them in the back of the head and all this kind of... It's kind of crazy. So this is without doing any what do you call them? Any practices. And the reason I make that such a point, the way the post spin or the post score badges work on the 5, not so much at the 4 because they got you doing a lot of other stuff, but at the 5, you're doing pretty much the same stuff every time. There's not a lot of difference. So with the same stuff every single time, you literally are building your badges without having to do practices, because just playing the game straight up, everything you do is the stuff you actually do as a post scorer, and it actually gives you your badges. And so you can see a lot of these I hadn't even really worked on that much. Like I said, I hadn't been doing practices at all. I just play games with this guy because he's been so dominant. He was dominant as a 60 overall when I first built him. I remember when I first built him because I already had a 7-3 pure post. And I built this guy, and I took him in, and I was just doing the prelude stuff. And I didn't want to spend any money on him until I was sure I was going to keep him, because I was worried about him being so short that maybe that would be a problem. But I wanted to be faster. I just felt like my 7-3 pure post, he was so slow. And it was like, how can you be a finesse guy if you're this slow? It doesn't make sense. And so I built him, and I didn't want to spend money on him, and I played the prelude with him. And just destroyed. I mean, it was insane. And I remember, like, the first feeling. I still remember it, because this is months ago. And I still remember the feeling of, what was it, the Flying Dragon or whatever. I beat his team by, like, 50 points. That's, like, the very first game you play. And I was just post ridiculous, is all it was. And I fell in love with the build at that point, and I realized how much quicker it was and all that. And that was at a 60 overall, with no stats. So you can really, if you don't like grinding the practices and all that, you just want to play, even if you don't want to spend VC, you really could do this build and then take it directly into the game without any VC and just earn your way up. This is one of those builds you could do that with, and part of the reason for that, yeah, you're not going to score as easily, you're not going to be able to spin everybody and all this good stuff, but being so much shorter, and like I said, you know, the way I explained the shot contest and all that, it has very little to do with your actual height. Um, you go into the game even at a 60-year overall with a lot of advantage because you're faster, you're just as strong as the bigger guys, and then everything you do on top of that is just going to build on top of that. And so I don't know, I'm probably not explaining that very well, but it's definitely an easy build to start with, even if you're not putting any money in it. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much the build. Those are the badges I have. Like I said, this is nowhere near maxed out. I haven't done practices for any of these. A lot of these, like Post Spin and Bruiser and Brickwall and all these go to Hall of Fame. So I'm not even. I think Post Spin's like 20,000 from being Hall of Fame right now, but because I use the Post Spin a lot. That's the thing. This build. The other thing is this build kind of gives you the choice of how you want to play. You can go in and just post spin every single time, and once you figure out like the 3-4 things you can do on the side, like while that's going on, to like if the defender does this, I'm gonna spin this way and then come back the other way or something like that. You'll figure it out. Once you have those down, you can just do that every time. You really can. And they'll start triple teaming you, and that's where that silver dimer comes in. Because when they start triple teaming you, your offense, that's the one thing 2K did that's pretty good, is they set it up to where if you get triple teamed or double teamed, your offense will automatically send somebody to the post. And so you have your assist, like just right there, just waiting. And so it you can spam the shit out of this build. That's what I'm talking about. Or it's got all the right stats. You can play the position, which is pretty much what I'm going to do. I do a little bit of both. So I think I've probably ragged on long enough, talking and all that. That's the build. Like I said, it's not beasted out yet. It will be. Especially at 99, man, like with that vertical, once you get defensive stopper, because it maxes at bronze. That's my only problem with it. Defensive stopper really doesn't do that much, but I mean, you still want it. Whoops. What did I do? There we go. But at 99, that shit would go to silver. Anyways, so yeah, that's the build. And now, like, this was just a game. I actually was already in this game when I loaded up today, so I guess I was playing this game before. But I mean, you can see I have almost a triple double right now, and we're at the beginning of the third. So. It's probably one of the easiest builds to actually score with. That's what I would say. Oh, don't lose that, man. Come on. The only thing I have noticed, though, is 2K, every time they do a patch, it seems like they get closer and closer to where they try and, like, stop us from using the spin. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Sometimes the game just decides, nah, we don't want you scoring anymore. Like, I think it's, you know, it's the whole, like, what do you call it? Scripted. The game is scripted. And so even when, like, your stats are high enough that you can pretty much just, like, dominate, the game is scripted to try and stop you from being able to do that. And the foul. That's that crazy high layup mixed with all that strength. You can literally just force your way to the rim. Very nice. Ugh. They need to fix that, because clearly the the little meter doesn't matter. I can have that thing like way off or dead on, and miss or make it really doesn't seem to matter. See, I don't get that. My own guy like was the blockage, and he just like ran and got out of the way. Oh, come on. I think I'm telling you. Oh, it's the third. Yeah. This is the beginning of the scriptedness, like where they start doing it. Come on, man, I got a point guard on me. Fucking idiot. And you see, they'll just like sit in the paint on you, which apparently they don't have a 3-second rule. I don't know what's up with that. What the fuck, man? It's literally not letting me do shit right now. Of course. You know. It'll stop in the fourth, though. I've learned that these little scripted parts, they only go for, like, so long. And I think it's just so, like, the other team has a chance or something. I don't know. Yeah, because even LeBron's taking really stupid shots right now and stuff. And I'm playing like shit. Pat, god damn it, you got me stuck in the fucking paint! What the fuck? I didn't even do anything. I was trying to pull out of the paint, and he just spun on his own. What the fuck is going on with this? Oh my god. See what I'm saying? Like, your team just starts playing really fucking stupid. Like, really fucking stupid. This is scripted. You can tell when you're absolutely dominating a team and then all of a sudden third period hits and you can't do shit. Your guys just continuously do dumb shit. Like... It shouldn't last too much longer. It usually doesn't last the entire period. I hate that they did this. They felt the need so bad to try and make us buy VC that... What are y'all doing? He could have taken that all the way around and at least gotten a foul. You see how, like, my other defender, like, pulled out to try to get in front of me? Like, it's so jacked up the way they did this. But, anyways, that's not what this video is supposed to be about. I mean, you can already tell, I guess the point of this video, you can see how much faster I am. Like, even though I'm making mistakes, I'm able to, like, get over and correct them and get in front of my guy and all that stuff really easily. Now, that right there, where they're able to just stick with you, like, what is Gasol's speed? Because I was holding turbo and I was already past him. So he shouldn't have been able to body me or anything like that. This dude's 7'1", 255. He's probably got crazy high speed. Oh, these are tendencies. I was like, what the fuck? Alright. Let's go see what his speed is. Nah, see, that doesn't make any sense. I'm literally like 10 faster than him, and he just keeps right with me. That's fucked up that they do that. That it automatically just allows them to stay with you. I hate that shit. Because it doesn't do it for you. If they get in front of you running towards the hoop, then, oh, come on. Dude, come on! Like, that is so aggravating. Like, I got blocked, I wasn't paying attention, and I tried to do some stupid shit, and I got blocked. But the ball's right in front of me, bounces twice, and instead of picking it up, my guy goes into this stupid fucking stand there like an idiot animation and just lets Gasol pick up the ball. That shit's like, that's fucked up, man. That's jacked up. Like, I'm not even kidding. He just stood there the entire fucking time, and I'm sitting there hitting square, trying to get him to grab the ball, lunge for it or something. Like, watch. Okay, so I get blocked, right? Ball's right there. There's one bounce. You see it's coming back up. Right? Well, if I can get it. Okay, so I guess it only bounced once. But there's the block. My guy's just standing there. The ball's like right in front of him. Lets Gasol turn around and get it. And then I pick up the foul. That's aggravating as fuck. That should have been mine. I should have been able to snatch that right back. I need this third to be over because I completely forgot about what they do in the third, and so I can't exactly showcase the build in the third with them doing this shit. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, really? I'm telling you, it's the third. This is the Lakers too. It's not like I'm on like a shitty team or something. Like, it's just, yep, there you go. In the third, this is what they do. I mean, and you can see like their point guard just sitting on me, waiting for me to spin. There's the double. This is where you start picking up your dimer. Like, real easily, because they know that they can't stop me inside. If I get a one-on-one inside, it's over. You can't stop them. And so they just start triple teaming and double teaming the entire freaking time. That wasn't in the game like that in the beginning, but they added it in. And it's just like, just trying to ruin post scores because it was a dominant build. I don't think I've scored once in the third. Like, it's just insane what they do. Come on, man. No fucking way. What the fuck, man? Just, goddamn. Come on with this scripted bullshit. This fucking everything you do is wrong suddenly. It's so goddamn aggravating. I mean, I came into the third with a goddamn triple-double damn near. There's no reason that suddenly I'd have all these problems. And see, now I can't spin anybody. What the fuck? I can't spin anybody. It won't let me do my up and under to the rim. That's what I was trying to do right there. I was holding towards the rim, and it just didn't. He just went up instead. It's really starting to piss me off. I just want the third to be over with. Move, team. Like, if the rest of the team would move, it'd be so much better. Dude, every time now. Every time I touch the ball, they're just gonna, like, double and triple team me. It's fucked up, man. And they're talking about 2K20. There's no way they're fixing this. It's fucking, my whole third period has just been ruined. It's been garbage. This is what they're gonna do every fucking time. You can't tell me that's not broke. And I'd be fine with it if my team would fucking move. But when it's like this, when it's set up to fail or whatever, your teammates don't really move. They like run into places where there is like no easy assist or anything like that. Why is this third period taking so long, man? This feels like it's taking a really long time. Don't shoot that, you fucking idiot. God damn it. It's so fucking aggravating. And it wasn't like this at all through any of the game until the third. Don't do it, LeBron. Don't force it. I'm not gonna fall for that shit. Come on. Like, how many times do you think you can get me with the same shit? Like, that little cut and under. Like, they want you to come up and get on your man. That's why he never actually sets a full pick. They want you to come up and get on your man. And there we go again. God damn it, triple fucking team every goddamn time. It's fucking ridiculous, man. It's like the one thing I'm supposed to be able to do, they want to completely stop me from doing. What the fuck? I didn't even press that shit. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what the fuck that was. But this triple teaming and shit, I understand that the NBA, they do that, but they don't do it every fucking play. A team would very quickly, like, understand what was happening and shut that shit down. But you can't do that with your team. And I'm a center, and I'm not a 91 or whatever, so I can't call plays. It's ridiculous. It's really fucking ridiculous. That's my first score of the third, I think. Oh no, apparently I have 6 somehow. I don't know how that's possible, because I had, like, I could have sworn I had 21 coming in. Really? Really? Why are you taking that? Why the fuck would he take that? Dude, come on. I'm gonna block you every time. See, they think I'm short. And so that they can just run up and shoot on me. They don't realize I got that crazy vertical, so I block pretty much everything like that. There's no way that's a foul. There's no way that's a fucking foul! Oh my god, they just fouled me out. How the fuck did they foul me out? I didn't have that many fouls. What the fuck, man? This game's so goddamn broke. What the fuck, man? Well, great job, 2K. You can't even showcase your own game. Like, yeah, see, it just started triple teaming me in the post. And I didn't get to play the fourth, which is when that scripted bullshit would have stopped. I'm close to 91. I don't even want to play it now, though. Like, you play a game like that, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? And you get 3% for that. Like, the build's amazing. This game fucking sucks, though.